Hello students. So last lecture we have finished our lesson number 3, that is the triangle. Now today we are going to start our lesson number 8, that is the trigonometry. So this trigonometry word is new for you. So let us see first the introduction of a trigonometry. So on this in this lesson we are going to learn about the different various trigonometric ratios. So look at what is the meaning of a trigonometry. So, in this picture, you are able to see that is this seashore. From this seashore, how this sea is far away, ship is far away, as well as how we can measure the height of a tree. And for that, here we are using the knowledge of our geometry. So, when we want to measure the distance by using any rope or by walking on the ground, it is possible, but it is very difficult to find out the distance between the ship and the lighthouse, otherwise to find out the tree which is very high. So that time we require this trigonometry. So this trigonometry is nothing but what? It is the word, first we can call it as a branch of a mathematics, and which is useful to find out the all such type of question. So this trigonometry is used in the various branches like the engineering, astronomy, navigation, etc. So first chapter, in that we learn the meaning of a geometry. So already you know the meaning of a gona as well as the metry. So just try means what? 3. So the word trigonometry is also derived from the 3 Greek words, and that is nothing but what? Tri means 3, gona means sides, and meter means measurements. So here this trigonometry is nothing but the 3-sided closed figure. Where we are using it, it is the 3-sided closed figure. But as all of you know it very well, that is the 3-sided closed figure is nothing but what? That is the triangle. But one important thing related with this trigonometry, that is this trigonometry is always starts or here always used in a right angle triangle only. So before that we learn the exceptional, we can say that only Pythagoras theorem which is used in a right angle triangle. So in figure 8.1 we are able to see a right angle triangle ABC is shown, where angle B is the 90 degree, and the side which is opposite to the 90 degree is known as what? It is known as the hypotenuse, and this hypotenuse is the longest side of a right angle triangle. Now here in Pythagoras theorem, what is our Pythagoras theorem? That is the side 1 square plus side 2 square equals to the hypotenuse square. Already you are aware of all these things, okay? In third lesson, we learn about the triangles, that is the similarity of a triangles, congruency of a triangles. So in that also we learn, that is whenever the triangles are similar, then the sides are in proportion, and whenever the triangles are congruent, it means what? They are exactly equal with each other. So here the trigonometry is related with the right angle triangle. So right angle triangle, you know the meaning of a right angle triangle, that is the what is the meaning of a hypotenuse. Likewise, so just I all recalled all the part, that is the side which is opposite to the 90 degree is known as the hypotenuse, and which is the longest side of a right angle triangle. Now look here, for these trigonometric ratios we require the terms related with this right angle triangle. So here right angle triangle ABC is shown, where angle B is the 90 degree, and side AC which is opposite to the 90 degree, definitely it is what? It is the hypotenuse. And two acute angles are there. As we know, that is the sum of measures of all the angles of a triangles are 180 degree. So definitely here angle A and angle C are what? And definitely this angle A and angle C are the acute angles. Now here two acute angles are there. So here we can write down, we are able to write down the trigonometric ratios related with this angle A as well as the angle C. Now look here, angle A and angle C. Both are angles, they are having adjacent sides and opposite side. So for our trigonometric ratios, we required what? We require the adjacent angle as well as the opposite angle, adjacent side as well as the opposite side as well as the hypotenuse. But look at here, that is the adjacent side of angle A. So what is the meaning of a adjacent? Adjacent means what? Which shares. They are having the equal vertex. Look here, angle AC, side AC and side AB. Both are the adjacent sides. because they are sharing only one single vertex, which is known as the angle A. So this is known as what? Adjacent side. Already AC is what? AC is the hypotenuse. So adjacent side of A is nothing but what? That is the side AB, where the name of vertex is included, that is AB. Getting? And opposite side means what? That is where the name of vertex is not included. So definitely look at the diagram. So in diagram we are clearly sees that is the side BC is opposite to the angle A, and that's why here we can call it as a opposite side of a angle A. This is for only for angle A. Then what about angle C? So look at this angle C. When we sees, that is the AC is the hypotenuse which remains the same. But here for angle C, BC and AC both are sharing only one single vertex, that is the C. And here we can call that angle C. Adjacent side which is sharing the same name vertex, that is the adjacent side is nothing but what? BC. And here opposite side for angle C is nothing but what? AB. So the side which is adjacent to A, angle A, is what? Opposite to this C. And the side which is adjacent to angle C is opposite to the angle A. Likewise vice versa it is changed. So for these trigonometric ratios we require all these things. Why we require all these things? Because in this lesson we are going to learn about the three trigonometric ratios, that is known as the sine ratio, cos ratio and tan ratio. So look at this figure number 8.9, where the angle here shows two triangles are shown. And that triangle ABC and triangle here PQR both are shown. So here in this triangle, here PQ upon P, here explanation is given, but just you have to look at the formula. What is the ratio? Sine ratio. So sine ratio is nothing but what? It is the ratio of opposite side of a angle divided by the hypotenuse. So whenever we are writing opposite side of a angle divided by the hypotenuse, this ratio is known as what? It is known as the sine ratio. Suppose here we are writing the sine ratio of angle B. So that time it is what? That is the opposite side of an angle B, which is nothing but AC, and divided by the hypotenuse. So in that case hypotenuse is the AB. So what is the sine ratio? That is the AC upon AB. Getting? So again I am repeating, sine ratio is nothing but what? It is the ratio of a opposite side of a corresponding angle. Suppose angle A is asked, according to that opposite angle of A divided by the hypotenuse. This is about the sine ratio. Getting? Next ratio is nothing but what? Cos ratio, cosine ratio. We can call it as a cos ratio. So in that one, here we can say is that cos ratio is nothing but what? Adjacent side of a corresponding angle divided by the hypotenuse. So look at both the diagrams. Now in second diagram, that is the in triangle ABC, when we want to write down the cos ratio of a angle B, that time what we have to write down? Adjacent side of a angle B. Now which one is the adjacent side of angle B, which includes the name of vertex, that is nothing but what? BC. And what is the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse remains the same, so that is nothing but the AB. So what is the cos B? Cos B is nothing but what? Adjacent side of a angle B upon hypotenuse. So this is known as the cosine cosec ratio. Third ratio is nothing but what? That is the tan ratio. So tan ratio is nothing, that is the opposite side of a corresponding angle divided by adjacent side of a corresponding angle. So look at here in second diagram, that is the in triangle ACB. Suppose we want to write down the tan ratio for the angle B. So for tan ratio, which one is the opposite side? Yes, where the name of vertex is not included, that is the AC. So AC is the opposite side of angle B, and which one is the adjacent side? That is the BC. So here what is the tan ratio? That is the AC upon BC. So just we recall the sine ratio, cos ratio and tan ratio. So what is the sine ratio? Sine ratio is nothing but opposite side upon hypotenuse. Then cos ratio, that is the adjacent side upon hypotenuse. And what is the tan ratio? That is opposite side upon adjacent side. And whenever it is asked about the particular given angle, that angle we can say is that angle theta. Getting? So angle theta, angle A, angle B, vice versa, so many names we can use. But it is given, whatever they asked from a question, that name here you have to write down. So here just general formula, what we can say is that is the sine theta is nothing but what? Opposite side of a angle theta upon hypotenuse. What is the cos theta? That is the adjacent side of a angle theta upon hypotenuse. What is the tan theta? That is the opposite side of a theta upon opposite adjacent side of a angle theta. Getting? Tan theta is nothing but what? Opposite side upon angle theta upon adjacent side of a angle theta. It is printing mistake over there. So just look at this. Here tan theta printing mistake is given in your textbook. So just refer that one. That is, it is nothing but what? Opposite side of a angle theta upon adjacent side of a angle theta. Make it correct one. Okay, page number 104. It is given wrongly. Printing mistake is there. Now we are going to start practice set 8.1. So question is for your MCQ, that is write down the sine ratio, cos ratio, tan ratio. Likewise 1 mark questions are there. For 2 marks maybe they will going to ask about you write down the sine ratio, cos ratio. 3 marks also they will going to ask. So here practice set 8.1 which is included, that is all about the ratios. So here 8.1 question number 1. In that what we have to given in figure 8.12, triangle PRQ is a right angle triangle where angle R is the right angle. Now look, tell me which one is the hypotenuse here? The side which is opposite to the 90 degrees known as the hypotenuse. So according to that what? PQ is the hypotenuse. Now here different ratios are asked regarding the P as well as the Q. Why P and Q? Because both are the acute angles. So here 4 ratios are asked. That is sin P, cos Q, tan P, tan Q. So likewise here we have to write down. So here necessary firstly you have to mention the formula. Every time you have to mention the formula. So what is the sin P here? Adjust what we learned, that is sine ratio is nothing but what? That is the opposite side of a angle P upon hypotenuse. So which one is the opposite side of angle P? Yes, that is the where the name of vertex is not included. So here I am giving you a hint. So QR upon what? PQ. Getting? Then cos Q. Cos Q is nothing but what? Cos ratio is nothing but that is the adjacent side of a angle Q upon hypotenuse. So that's why here it becomes what? It becomes QR upon PQ. Same thing for tan P. Now tan P, that is what? Tan ratio, that is opposite side of a angle P upon adjacent side of a angle P. So which one is the opposite side of angle P? That is the QR. And which one is the adjacent side of angle P? That is the PR. So what is the ratio? That is the QR upon PR. Then fourth one, that is the tan Q. In tan Q, what is same formula we have to repeat? That is the opposite side of an angle Q and adjacent side of an angle Q. Opposite where the name is not included. So PR upon QR. So this is the 2 mark question where the one each and every ratio is for half marks. Getting? So this is about the 8.1 question number 1. Now look at this question number 2. All these questions are the easy one because only ratio you have to write down. But in what sense, in what format they asked, according to that you have to write down the answers. Because here look in question number 2. Figure 8.13 where the right angle triangle XYZ is given and instead of given the measurements they have mentioned the variables, that is the small a, small b, small c, which are nothing but the xz, zy and xy likewise. So whenever we are writing the any ratios, that time we have to first write down the formula, then corresponding side, and then afterwards the variables. And that's why here what is the first ask? They ask about the sine x. So sine x formula is opposite side of an angle x upon hypotenuse. Now look at this. Which side is opposite to the angle x? Yes, that is the yz. So yz, and hypotenuse, that is as angle y is the 90 degree, definitely xz is what? Xz is the hypotenuse. So xz is the hypotenuse. But in this figure, yz is for what? Here variable a is given. And for xz, what is the variable given? And c is given. So what is our final answer? That is a upon c. But each and everything you have to mention. Then tan z. So tan z is nothing but what? Opposite side of an angle z upon adjacent side of an angle z. So here we can say is that xy upon yz. Xy upon yz. That is b upon, what we can say is b upon a. Getting? Then cos x. Cos x is nothing but what? Adjacent side of an angle x upon hypotenuse. So which side is the adjacent to the angle x? That is the xy. And which side is hypotenuse? That is the xz. That is equals to b upon c. Clear? Now next is nothing but what? Tan x. Tan x is nothing but, that is the opposite side of an angle x and adjacent side of an angle x. So that is equals to yz upon xy, and that is equals to a upon b. So look here whatever the things are given, according to that you have to write down the formula. Formula is remains the same, but here the you have to little bit change the variable. If it is given the variables, according to that you have to mention. Clear? Now in third one, everywhere you have to write down the ratios, but little bit things are changed, because here they have asked about what? Here triangle LMN is given, where angle M is 90 degree, and that's why LN is nothing but what? That is side opposite to the 90 degree, which is known as the hypotenuse. But here measurement of an angle L is given 50 degree and measurement of angle N is given 40 degree. So instead of asking a sine L or sine N, they asked about the sine 50, tan 50, vice versa. So in formula also you have to mention in that format only. Clear? So what is the formula for sine 50? Sine 50 is nothing but what? Angle L. So for this sine ratio, opposite side of a angle 50 upon hypotenuse. So what is the opposite side? Opposite side MN. And what is the hypotenuse? That is the LN. So what is our formula? That is, what is our answer? That is MN upon LN. Then for cos 50. Cos 50 same cos L. That is adjacent side of a angle 50 upon hypotenuse. So it is equals to LM upon LN. Third one, that is the tan 40. Now here tan 40 is nothing but what? Tan N. So for that we require the adjacent side as well as the opposite side of an angle N. So here according to the formula, opposite side of an angle N, that is the LM, and adjacent side of an angle N, that is nothing but the MN. So our answer LM upon MN. Same thing for the cos 40. For cos 40 here, adjacent side of an angle 40 and hypotenuse. So that is nothing but what? MN upon LN. So whatever the formats they asked, according to that you have to mention. Getting? Now last question. In question number 4, figure is given in that theta angle. In one angle, one triangle, two different right angles are given. Two different right angles are given. So whatever the ask, according to that you have to mention. So look here, angle A is the, we can say, bisector angle, where this angle is SPQ as well as this PQR. We can say is that PQS and PQR, both triangles are included in one triangle, that is the PSR. And here alpha is given and theta is given. So here sin alpha, cos alpha, tan alpha is asked, as well as the sin theta, cos theta and tan theta is asked. But both are the different triangles. So according to that, be careful about that. So here first thing, that is the alpha angle is included in which triangle? That is the triangle PQR. So in that triangle, angle Q equals to the 90 degree. So which side is opposite to 90 degree? That is the PR. So in that case, in triangle PQR, PR is acts as a hypotenuse. So here we can say that sine alpha equals to what? Opposite side of a angle alpha upon hypotenuse. So here sine alpha is nothing but what? PQ upon PR. Then cos alpha, that is adjacent side of a alpha upon hypotenuse. Alpha is nothing but what? Angle R. So the side which is adjacent to angle R is nothing but what? That is the RQ, and hypotenuse remains the same. That is equals to the PR. Then tan alpha. So here opposite side of a alpha upon adjacent side of a alpha. That is PQ upon RQ. Now here next is what about the sin theta, cos theta and tan theta. For this we require the another triangle, that is the triangle PQS. So in that triangle, hypotenuse, that is the angle Q is the 90 degree, and that's why we can call PS is the hypotenuse, which is side which is opposite to the 90 degree. So that for that sin theta equals to opposite side upon a of a theta upon hypotenuse. That's why QS upon PS. Then cos theta equals to adjacent side of a theta upon hypotenuse, that is equals to PQ upon PS. And tan theta, that is the opposite side of a theta upon adjacent side of a theta, that is the QS upon PQ. So this is about the 8.1. Now in next lecture we are going to learn about the relationship between the trigonometric ratios. So for today's homework you have to complete your 8.1 in your classworks. So next lecture we start with the relationship between these trigonometric ratios. Till then, bye, take care.